Hello. Good morning. So, depending on when this video gets posted, the 15th marks a particular day in the history of Allie. Now, most people don't necessarily celebrate this day or would celebrate this day, but they would definitely mention it to multiple people. I've already started. The 15th will mark the 1-year anniversary, as it were, of me being unemployed. And it's very, very surreal for me to, one, realize that this is happening and that this happened. I never expected this to go as long as it has, and woof. So rather than kind of wallowing in this whole meh state, and given the fact that there are a multitude of videos already out there that is talking about the current state of the industry as a whole, and I'll get to why I'm talking about the industry, even though a couple weeks ago I made a whole thing about saying goodbye to it. We're gonna get to that. But rather than just kind of sitting here and chatting, I'm gonna take you on a little adventure. Come with me while I do my errands, and we're gonna chat. We're just gonna have a casual chat. So just come with me. Come with me. Yes, let's go. All right, we're all ready to go. Sam, you're in charge. On my list of things that I need to get done today as far as errands are concerned, I have at least 2 places that I need to go to. One is the craft store, because I have started on a bunch of projects that I said I've been meaning to, we'll get to that, but basically I just need to pick up some last minute finishings. And then I have some books that I've checked out from the library that are now due, and I've read through them, so want to drop those off before any hidden fees hit. So quick and easy. There is also a coffee shop that I want to stop by. I don't think I'll get anything. Maybe, we'll see. I'm on a very, very, very tight budget, but we'll see how it goes. I want to say that they're either open or closed. It's one of those 2 things, right? I think they're closed either today or tomorrow. They have funky hours because it's a small local shop, but we'll see. I will check it out, and then depending if they're open or not, we'll continue this whole adventure kind of deal. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I just finished up at Joann's. First of all, they did not have the AC on, and it was so freaking hot in there, and it's like nice out here, like nice fall weather, so I have this on, and I was like, I'm sweating up a storm. Oh my god, it's hot. But I managed to spend under my budget, which is relieving because it's a very tight one. I checked the coffee house place, and it is closed today, because of course it is. So we're just gonna go ahead, drop the books off, and then we'll improvise on the spot. Today we're just gonna improvise. We're just gonna go through, and we're gonna do it. We're just gonna let it be. You know what's another weird thing is recording in public. I've never done that. Am I sitting at a stoplight? Yes, I am. For safety reasons. My hair was up originally. So this is where I'm at today. We're all over the place, but I am so determined to get this video done. I've been motivated. I've been wanting to do this video. Crazy considering the topic.
Turn left.
Thank you, Jarvis. We're gonna do it. Hey, what's up? You're tilted. We're
8.1 miles. Turn right.
Thank you, Jarvis. Okay, so I pretty much just came back home. The energy of this entire video is just gonna be pure chaos, and I feel like that tracks. At least in the beginning portion. It's all on theme, pretty much. So I dropped off my books, I grabbed the stuff. My dog insists that I come in. So yeah, let's just go inside and we'll continue with all of this. I had a plan, I had a vision. It's rolling a different way. We're just gonna go with it. Are you just gonna sit? Yeah, baby boy. Honestly, the chaos of the early parts of the day feel pretty on par for what's
kind of happening right now in my life. I had a whole vision of how I had hoped I could do this vlog thing, and I had to basically improvise on the spot, and that has truly been the mood of what has happened in my life this entire year since being unemployed. I came in with a plan, a strategy, something that could help me stay structured and focused, and if I followed this plan, you know, with a few tweaks, give or take, it'll be fine, I'll be okay. And boy, does life like to throw funny stuff at you. I mean, for those of you who are curious, I had a notebook of stuff that I needed to get, along with a couple of notes to remind myself so I can at least see what I needed and narrow down the necessities. These aren't necessarily projects I want to hide. I'm doing a cosplay from Dragon Age, so I was just double checking I had everything. This is a fix for a cosplay that I want to do. This is a project that I want to do for a friend. And yeah, just like a lot of these are projects all in conjunction with things that I told myself that I wanted to do and have started or just collected things for and just never got around to doing them, or I made excuses. In classic fashion, I procrastinated. So all of that, 'tis a crafter's life, right? We procrastinate. We're our own worst enemies. I kind of mentioned earlier on about the whole like industry thing and how I had made a whole video about saying goodbye to animation, and generally speaking, I said goodbye to the industry as a whole because of where it's at and what it's been doing to artists and production people and VFX. And if you haven't heard, I mean, please go check out the multitude of videos, articles. TAG is currently in negotiations right now, and it's complicated. I'm not, as a production person, I'm not in TAG, unfortunately, and that's a whole other topic of discussion. In that same vein, I have a wee bit of a confession to make. Despite my saying goodbye, I still actively applied to any and all positions that the animation industry was putting out regarding to what it is that I could do in my field. I stand by it, okay? I'm a broke girl who's an artist and a crafty person who really likes collecting dice, okay? I have needs. I also have a lot of debt. I also have payments I have to make, so like I have to be a responsible adult. The closest, weirdest analogy I could think of is like going back to a toxic ex. You know it's bad, you know everything about it has been so detrimental to the emotional and mental healing journey that you probably have taken since leaving, and yet the familiarity of it all is what brings you back. The thing is that I'm not saying animation is toxic, I'm just saying that the industry is, because I love my friends, I love the work that I did, I love the projects, no matter how chaotic they were. When it came to how these projects were being handled and how people were being treated, that just wasn't vibing with me. That is what ultimately I was trying to say goodbye to, because no matter what, animation's always going to be a part of my life. I still want to be a part of it. I want to come back to it, but on my own terms, like I had mentioned in that video. So what does that mean? It means that I'm doing my own thing. I can't see the industry changing overnight, and it can't change overnight. We need to implement change now, and if industry is going as slow as they are with just doing tag negotiations, it's one of those things where I'd rather invest in myself and take that time to invest on the vision that I hope for the future in the industry versus waiting, in the words of Hilary Duff, waiting for rain in this drought.
Useless and disappointing.
The thing is that it took a while for me to recognize the fact that I was really hurt and broken and just all over the place because of what I went through in the industry. I did an earlier video about how I got to it, and I just never really talked about my time within it. I think part of it was sort of this mental shield that I was giving myself to just try to think of all the happy stuff that happened. And yes, there were amazing things that happened, and I met so many amazing people. Sometimes I did wonder if it was worth it, which leads me to this point now. 1 year later, do I regret anything? Do I miss anything? I miss the people. I miss working on specific projects, you know, being around that creative atmosphere. I definitely miss, but overall though, it's just something that is a chapter in my life, and I acknowledge it. And now it's time to move on to the next one. In doing the planning, I had this vision of me doing YouTube and Twitch streaming very, very seriously. And I started casually just thinking, hey, like I'll gain traction in a couple of weeks and months, and you know, people say that I can do this, I have the personality to do it. But the thing is, content creating is its own job. There's so many things that go into it. I don't think people realize that there is a whole section of things that you have to do as part of being a content creator. One being actively advertising for yourself, and as somebody who's really shy and is not good at that, admittedly speaking, it's tough. So having to navigate those waters was sort of an eye-opening experience too, because again, that derailed this whole plan that I had. I was really also harsh on myself when it came to editing these videos, because in my eyes, I wanted to make videos that were entertaining. I had all of these ideas of videos that I could do, but then when I would research on how to grow your channel, I was getting different messages and just talking with other people and how we could build a community and all of this stuff. And all of this was just so overwhelming to me, and it made me angry because it felt like I was back in animation again. There were all of these rules, like you can only find success doing it this way. And no, I don't want to. I don't want to cater to a system that I see people get burned and burn out from. I've already done that. I've done that several times throughout my already early young adult working career, and that's pretty much what I'm trying to avoid as a whole. I want to be my own boss. I want to be able to create things that bring joy and share that joy with other people, and having to fit myself into a mold really just rubbed me funny. A lot of the things that I had seen was trying to create your own niche, pick a niche and just stick to it, when the reality for me is that I have many likes and things that I want to talk about and share. Cosplay, I want to talk about just general life craziness. I want to talk about animation as a whole, how much I love it. This is what I hope for the future, my time in it. I'm in it.
Share that with some people. Talking about D&D and DMing, I have a whole thing that I want to talk about when it comes to DMing, because I also DM and I'm also a player, and I want to share those things too. And so it feels very strange, and I know that for audiences, some people only want to come to certain content creators because that's their thing, and that's great. I just want to do all around stuff. And there might be days where it can be as chaotic as this video, and then there'll be days where it's really slow and it's just a day in the life video. And so I thought, why can't I do it all? Why can't I just make videos like that? Because at the end of the day, if I'm having fun, I'm hoping that somebody else who finds this video also has fun, and it encourages them to just do it. In the words of Shia LaBeouf, do it! Ultimately, I hope that no matter what, these videos do bring entertainment and joy, and that has been the core of just me being a creator and how I sort of plotted this whole content creating journey. A lot of the things in my life that I've gone out and tried to do, I've achieved through unconventional means anyways. A lot of my own personal trauma has come from school, people telling me that I can't do the things, I can't do my goals, I can't do my dreams and visions the way I would like to achieve them, or just the goal in general, because I don't fit the mold, I'm not good enough, the ideas and stuff that I have are just too far out of reach. And for me, those are fighting words. A whole year of unemployment, while it has been really tough, and honestly, I am nowhere near where I had hoped as far as being a content creator and finding success in that, it hasn't stopped me. It's really put me in a place to help me better see things and what it is that I need, what it is that I want. I've burned out so many times, and that's not good. I've faced multitudes of health issues because I tied my success and my own worth to my work. And it took a whole year of not working in a professional setting for me to realize that my worth is not connected to my professional work. It's not to say that I've completely cured that mental block, but I've definitely broken down that stigma in my mind. There are days where I revert and I feel bad and I let my pride get the best of me, especially when it comes to money and getting a job that I need, just a general job. It's a bracing reality check. This is something that I never expected or realized would happen. And a lot of the stuff that I was planning was trying to come at it in a more protective sense, when the reality is that I was just hurting myself. It's definitely taught me to be more flexible, go with the flow. The whole, I just want to do things, let be as it may, whatever comes and happens, it'll happen, this slow vibe. If I want to embrace it, I need to act upon it. Things are gonna happen. Life is gonna happen, and there are some things that I cannot control. Being unemployed was one of them. Having this plan on trying to get out of unemployment, that whole plan is derailed. But from all of that experience, I've also learned that opportunities are still going to come. I just need to, be open to them, because it's gonna be in ways that I didn't expect. I have wanted to do all of these different craft projects and cosplays and finish the projects that I've started, and haven't been able to do it because I've listed off X amount of reasons. And now I have time, and now I feel fulfilled, I feel healed. It was as if a part of me that was missing was because I poured myself into a project and never finished. And so now I'm giving myself that time back. I'm reclaiming something that I had put a little bit of myself into. Things are gonna happen, opportunity will always come by, and it's always gonna come in a form that we least expect it. And that's something that has really been sort of the lesson this past year. So while I'm still unemployed, I'm looking at it more as part of the journey of me healing and self-discovery, and acknowledging all of the stuff that I said I've wanted to do, and now I can actually do it. There's a whole section of videos that I want to do and take everybody along in my journey to create my own studio. That's the ultimate dream that I want to do. I want to be different, go against the norm, find amazing success, and continue to create a safe and amazingly creative space for people to just tell stories. If we're going on at least my brand and theme, it's not going the typical route, and we'll still find success as long as we're doing the things that make us happy. Who knows what this next year will bring? Who knows where I'll be in a year? But rather than looking at it in such a confined view that I had started with when I first became unemployed, rather than coming at it with this dramatic, semi-detailed plan, I'm letting things happen as they go. I'm embracing the changes and random things that happen throughout the day, and just kind of letting it be. 1 year from now, my hope is that I'm happier, I'm a little bit more healed, I'm still doing really cool stuff, making cool things, still being true to myself and being as authentic as possible, creating content that is both enjoyable for me and maybe enjoyable for you. So in summation, 1 year of being unemployed, I've basically learned to embrace life and change as they come. Opportunities are going to show up in whatever capacity that it may be. It'll always be in the form that will bring joy, not harm. And with it, a lesson, something that I can learn and grow from. I've needed to do a lot of healing and a lot of rediscovering what is important to me and what can I do to achieve that goal. If you've made it this far into the video, I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you taking time to just sit here with me as I just basically ramble about being unemployed for a year. Ultimately, if you get anything out of this, is that I'm not giving up. 1 year of unemployment, it's not gonna stop me. I'm gonna keep going, and I hope that it encourages you to keep going in whatever capacity that is. Whatever it is that life is throwing at you, keep going. I'm here cheering for you. So I'm gonna see you at that finish line. The timing is meant to be whenever it is supposed to happen, and I'm learning about that myself too. So I also seldom take my own advice, so take that with a grain of salt. I say that now because I guarantee you, like 3 days from now, I'm gonna be like, why am I not super successful right now? Thanks so much again for sitting around with me and spending some time while I go through this. I post videos every other week, usually around the weekend. I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so if you want to go check that out, please come on by. We have a good time. It's a chaotic time, and right now we're playing Dragon Age. Just going through the whole series in celebration of Veilguard coming out, even though your girl ain't gonna be playing it when it comes out. Thank you so much again for stopping by, listening, hanging out, all that jazz. Until the next one, stay awesome, my friends. Bye. We need good audio for the people. I don't even know if it does this. Does this even do anything? Like, I don't know. Wow, that's dusty. Girl. We have been sewing. Next week will mark the full, no, why can't I say this? I've been saying it to everybody else, but I can't say it here.